everybody go through struggles, and everybody got a testimony. This is mine. Waking up in the ghetto streets. It seems like the fiends never go to sleep, and it's an everyday thing to me to see 4 or 5 shorties, no shoes on his feet, and mama somewhere getting geek, and daddy somewhere doing time in the pen. See, so where that leaves me, just a nappy-headed kid trying to beat these gangster streets. And life is hard, and I never really understood that word of God, so I learned the hard way. 18-year-old, I caught my first robbery case. Now I'm sitting in court with no support. Damn, cold and got sent up. Now I'm doing time behind iron. 18-year-old brother caught up in the bind, and I can either use the time to study crime or either use the time to change my mind. So I study with the wise man. It seems like the prison system is where I fit in, populated by the black man. It seems I was doing time before I came in. Can you tell me, man, where it began? Or can you either tell me, man, where we're in a struggle, I'll struggle, see?
Can you help me out?
Living in a struggle, I'll struggle, G.
No more love to be found.
Living in a struggle, I'll struggle, see?
Can you help me out?
Living in a struggle, I'll struggle.
All right, this lesson is going to be called Temptation and Tribulation. Let me ask y'all a question before we get into it. Does anybody in here want tribulation? You don't want it? Our prayer wife said she wanted. Why would you say that, sis? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else want tribulation? Looks like nobody else wants it.
That's what it means. I want it is. If you come out stronger, you can never tell.
Okay.
If it got anything to do with y'all, and it's positive, I want it.
You know the truth hurts, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. How do you get a crown of life? How do you get a crown of life? Finishing through the end. Okay. Give me Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3. Pick it up at verse 10.
Revelations, or Hazon, chapter 3 and verse 10. Because you have kept the word of my patience.
What?
Because you have kept the word of my patience.
Go ahead.
I also will keep you from the hour of temptation.
You'll do what?
I will also keep you from the hour of temptation.
So this says he's going to keep you from the hour of temptation. So does this mean that you won't go through anything? Because he don't say I will remove you from it. He says I will keep you. Read that again.
I will also keep you from the hour of temptation.
Keep you from the hour of temptation. Finish it out.
Which shall come upon all the world.
Upon who?
Upon all the world.
Go ahead.
To try them that dwell upon the earth.
So the temptation is going to come upon all the world to try you. It's going to come to try you. Also with that word tribulation, is that word trial. Right? So we got to go through some trials and tribulations. And this is what the church always talk about. All my trials and tribulations. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 13.
First Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Elohim is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
So read that again.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
And so there ain't no temptation that is taking you, but such as common to man. Read.
But Elohim is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
Go ahead.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
To do what?
Make a way to escape.
So if you escape from something, what does that mean?
Say
that again? You was in it, but you got out of it. So if somebody kidnapped my Ak and he escaped, they mean they had him, but he escaped it. This means he was in it and he was going through it. It's the difference. So he says, escape. Read that again, Ak.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as common to man. But Elohim is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it.
To do what?
To bear it.
To bear it. This means He's going to make a way for you to escape it, but while you're in it, He'll give you what? The strength to bear it. So the whole thing is like the church teach, oh, the rapture gonna get you, and you know, that's a lie. No, you're gonna go through it. And if you know it, you will be better prepared when it comes on you. Let's get on John chapter 1. No, James, my bad. James chapter 1, verse 12.
James chapter 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endure temptation.
That do what?
That endure temptation.
So blessed is the man that endures temptation. When he's in it, if he can endure it, he is a blessed man. Read.
For when he is tried.
For when he's what?
For when he is tried.
For when he is tried, what happens?
He shall receive the crown of life.
He receive what?
The crown of life.
So you got to go through the temptations, be tested to see if you're worthy, and if you escape these things, if you're able to bear it, what do you get?
The crown of life.
You get a crown of life. Let's get Matthew chapter 24, verse 36.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 36. Verse 36. Matthew 24 verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the Malachim of Shamaim, but the Father only.
But what?
But the Father only.
But the Father only. Read.
But as the days of Noah, so shall all the coming of the Son of Man be. So, excuse me, y'all. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
They was doing what?
Eating and drinking.
They was eating and drinking. Read.
Marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
And they didn't know it until the flood came and took them away. So he referenced us back to Noah for a reason. So we know in the days of Noah, when he was preaching about the flood, according to what my understanding of this is, it has never rained on the earth before this point. So Noah is telling them that it's going to rain. But these people have never seen rain before. So they ain't never seen it, so they don't believe in him. This is strange. This man is out here in the desert talking about it's going to rain. So these people, they're rejecting the person that the Most High sent to tell them. So they're walking in what? They're walking in darkness. Exactly. So they can't see it. Even though he warned them, showing them, they can't see it. Let's get John chapter 8, verse 12. It's going to all make sense in a minute.
Yehukanan chapter 8 in verse 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world.
He's what?
I am the light of the world.
He said he is the light of the world. Then people was walking in darkness. So when you walk in darkness, what happens? Like a blind man, you can't see. Read.
He that follow me shall not walk in darkness.
He that do what?
He that follow me shall not walk in darkness.
So if you following the Mashiach, you won't walk in darkness. You'll know where you're going. It won't be that baby's toy on the floor and you walking through the house and that little toy car on the floor and you up in the night, because you can see. Read.
But shall have the light of life.
Have what?
The light of life.
You'll have the light of life. Let's get John chapter 11, verse 9.
Yehukanan chapter 11 and verse 9. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? If any man walk in the day, he stumble not.
If we do what?
If any man walk in the day, he stumble not.
He stumble not. You can see in the daytime. You can see. Because the sun is out there to show you what's in front of you. You can see. Read.
Because he see the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumble.
He does what?
He stumble.
Because it's darkness. Read.
Because there is no light in him.
Because what?
There is no light in him.
Because it is no light in him. Let's get on John 12 and 35.
Yehukanan chapter 12 and verse 35. Then Yahushua said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you.
Yet is a little while the light is with you. Speaking of himself. Read.
Walk you while you have the light.
Do what?
Walk you while you have the light.
So walk in light and not in the darkness. Read.
Lest darkness come upon you. For he that walk in darkness knoweth not whither he go.
So if you're walking in darkness, you don't know where you're going. Exodus chapter 10. Verse 22.
Shemot chapter 10, verse 22. And Moshe stretched forth his hand toward Shammai.
He did what?
Stretched forth his hand toward Shammai.
So Moses is doing one of these miracles. Got his staff, stretched forth his hand towards the Shammai. Read.
And there was a thick darkness.
A what?
A thick darkness.
A thick darkness. Now the only thing that I can think of to bring this into understanding when he say thick darkness is, think of if it's midnight and it's foggy outside. That would be like thick darkness, trying to look through the fog while it's dark. So when you, even when you turn the headlights on, you still can't see. So this is the only way my mind can actually go to picture thick darkness. Read.
That there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
See that? It's so dark. It's a thick darkness that you can feel it. This ain't regular darkness right here. This something else. Read.
And Moshe stretched forth his hand toward Shamayim, and there was a thick darkness in the land of Mitzrayim 3 days.
How long?
3 days.
We always know what 3 days mean, right? Go ahead.
They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days.
So it's so dark that these people are sitting in one spot. They can't even move because they can't walk in darkness. But somebody had light. Read.
But all the children of Israel.
But who?
But all the children of Israel.
But all the children of Israel. Read.
Had light in their dwelling.
So these other people was walking in darkness because they didn't have what?
The light.
They didn't have the light. But the other people was in thick darkness, couldn't move for how long?
3 days.
3 days. Read that last verse again.
They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings.
So all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Let's go back to Matthew 24, verse 29. So remember, only one person said that they wanted tribulation. Only one, and then Trav Mama kind of scooted in and say, well, I might take a little bit, you know, hit me upside my head a couple times, but everybody else they don't want it.
I ain't understand the question.
Yeah, you did.
But Yahoo chapter 24, what verse?
29.
Yep, verse 29.
Verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation.
When does this happen?
Immediately after the tribulation.
After the tribulation. Immediately after. This means these people have went through what?
Tribulation.
Read.
Of those days shall the sun be darkened.
Wait a minute. So what happened?
The sun be darkened.
And what else?
And the moon shall not give her light.
Wait a minute. So all these things supposed to take place at the same time and after the tribulation?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. So everybody talking about, you seen the blood moon? That wasn't it?
Nah. Signs of heaven.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right because that's what everybody keep telling. You seen the blood moon? And read it again because I think you're making it up. Read it again.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from Shamayim, and the powers of the Shamayim shall be shaken.
Shall be what?
Shall be shaken.
Verse 33.
Verse 33. So likewise you, when you shall see all these things.
You don't see what?
All these things.
Go ahead.
Know that it is near.
Know that it is near. Read.
Even at the doors.
Even at the door. So this is the way that you know where you're at in prophecy. You got to see the real signs. Not one thing here, and then another thing here, and then something here. All these things got to take place with each other. Again, not. I seen the. It was an earthquake in 2005, and then the moon turned black. No, it's all got to be in line with each other. We don't see this. So remember, Noah was walking. I mean, the people in Noah's days was doing what? They was walking in what?
Darkness.
They was walking in darkness. They couldn't see. But imagine the first day that cloud came over and it started to do something they never seen before, which is rain. And it kept on raining. 2 days. 3 days. Oh man, that man don't know what he's talking about. 4 days. Wait a minute, there's something fishy going on. 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. It won't stop. Where that crazy old man at? I'm gonna catch up with him. He might be right. He might be right. 2 weeks. Dude, he right. Let's get up in these trees. Let's get to the highest ground that we can get to. Because he was right, bro. I can see it now. But guess what? It's too what? It's too late. You missed out. You missed out because you didn't believe when he sent his person to you to tell you, to show you, you didn't want to hear it. But you're going to believe lying signs and wonders. You're going to take them to heart and run with it. Because just like Peter was talking about, with many, many false prophets in them days. Same thing right now. Same exact thing going to be happening. Yeah, exactly. It is happening. Let's get Matthew 25 and 13.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 13. Watch therefore.
Do what?
Watch therefore.
Watch therefore. Read.
For you know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man comes.
So he says, watch therefore. You don't know the day nor the hour. But notice, he don't say you don't know the week or the month. He give you something specific. He says you don't know the day nor the hour. In Matthew he says you'll know when it's close, near, even when it's at the door. At the door. So you should be able to tell if you're walking in light. You should know when this stuff is going to take place. But if you're walking in darkness, you won't have no idea when this stuff is going to take place. Read that verse again. Right?
Matthew 25 and 13. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man comes.
So you don't know the day nor the hour when the Son of Man comes. Let's take it back to verse 1. Matthew 25 and verse 1.
Verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of Shamaim be likened unto 10 virgins.
To 10 virgins, read.
Which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
So we got 10 virgins, right? And they going to do what?
Meet the bridegroom.
They going to meet the bridegroom. They must know he's somewhere close because they going to meet him, right? Read.
5 of them were wise.
So we got 5 wise and what?
5 were foolish.
5 of them is foolish. 10 in all going to meet him. Read.
That they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
They did what?
Took their lamps and took no oil with them.
So they got their flashlights and they don't got no batteries in them. Make no sense. The flashlight is nothing without the batteries for modern times. Read.
But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
They did what?
Took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
So they got both. They're complete. They got the lamps and they got oil. Read.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept.
So while he's delaying, like Moses delayed to come down the mountain, they fell asleep. We know, going back to that story, they fell asleep because they started doing what? They rose up to play, as the scripture so vaguely says. They rose up to play. Read.
And at midnight.
At what time?
At midnight.
At midnight. He says he come like a thief in what?
The night.
The night. Read.
And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom comes.
He did what?
The bridegroom comes.
The bridegroom comes. But 5 of them are foolish and 5 of them are wise. 5 of them got oil and 5 of them don't. Read.
Go you out to meet him. Then all those virgins rose.
Then what?
Then all those virgins rose.
So all of them got up. All of them fell asleep. Now all of them got up. Read.
And trimmed their lamps.
They did what?
Trimmed their lamps.
Trimmed their lamps. Read.
And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil.
Do what?
Give us of your oil.
Why didn't you bring yours? Give us of your oil. We don't got no oil. I don't got no batteries for my joint out. Read.
For our lamps are gone out.
Our lamps are gone out. So they didn't have enough oil to keep their joints running. But the 5 wise ones had enough. Read.
But the wise answered, saying, not so.
Not so. You ain't getting none of mine. I got enough for me. Read.
Lest there be not enough for us and you, but go rather to them that sell.
Go to them that do what?
That sell.
That sells. Read.
And buy for yourselves.
Go ahead.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came.
So now he done came. He done showed up. And since you wasn't prepared, you wasn't taught the right way, you went to buy something. He said, pray that your flight be not on the Sabbath day, right? So you done went out and to buy something. And while you was out to buy something and you was shopping, what happened?
Okay.
You missed out. Just like when Noah got on that thing, the people missed out. Once that door was shut, that was it. It wasn't no, oh, wait, look, Keisha and them coming. Let her get in. No. You missed out. It's too late. Read.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage.
They went in with him to the marriage. Read.
And the door was shut. Afterwards come also the other virgins, saying, Master, Master, open to us.
Do what?
Open to us.
Noah, stop. Open the boat. Let us in. Read.
But he answered and said, truly, I say to you, I know you not.
The worst words in the world are here. I don't know you. These is people that were supposed to be knowing and doing the work. Because he says, I don't know you. Oh, that's some words that none of us don't want to hear. Let's get on.
Women was in darkness too. Who didn't have their oil. It's in darkness.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly. They was in darkness because they didn't have the oil in their lamps. So they was, like he said, they was in darkness right there. But what type of oil did our people use for the lamps? It's a tree that they use all through the book. Olives, right? Let's see something. So they didn't have the oil from olives. Let's walk through something. Give me Judges chapter 9. So these 5 foolish, they didn't have enough oil. Judges chapter 9. Judges chapter 9 and verse 8. Now I want you to listen to this closely. Read.
The book of Judges chapter 9 and verse 8. The trees went forth on a time to anoint the king.
They did what?
The trees went forth on a time to anoint a king over them.
So when you anoint somebody, what do you need? Oil, right? Read.
And they said unto the olive tree.
They said to who?
To the olive tree.
They said to the olive tree. Read it from the top again.
The trees went forth on a time to anoint a king over them.
So the trees went forth at the time and they wanted a king over them. Read.
And they They said unto the olive tree.
So what kind of tree?
The olive tree.
They said to the olive tree, read.
Reign you over us.
Do what?
Reign you over us.
They told the olive tree to reign over us. Read.
But the olive tree said unto them, should I leave my fatness, wherewith by me they honor Elohim and man?
He said, shall I leave my fatness? Where did the Mashiach come from?
Shamayim.
He came from the fattest place ever. He came down from the heavens. So they said, reign over us. He said, shall I leave my fatness? Shall I leave this mansion that I'm in to come down there with y'all? Because that's what this talking about. Read that verse again.
But the olive tree said unto them, should I leave my fatness, wherewith by me they honor Elohim and man?
So this olive tree said, shall I come down there where by me do they honor Elohim? He said, by me they honor Elohim. So when the Mashiach came down here, what did they do to him? What happened to him when he came down? It's not a trick question. They killed him, right? Okay. Let's see something. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 20. Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 20. Remember we talking about olives and the oil and the tree. Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 20.
Devarim chapter 24 and verse 20. When you beat your olive tree.
When you do what to it?
When you beat your olive tree.
Wait a minute. Why would you don't beat the tree? Wait a minute. Read it again.
When you beat your olive tree.
When you do what?
When you beat your olive tree.
When you beat your olive tree. Read.
You shall not go over the boughs again.
When you beat the olive tree. Read.
It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow.
So they said, when you beat the tree. Let's get Exodus chapter 27 and verse 20.
Shemot chapter 27 and verse 20. And you shall command the children of Israel that they bring you pure oil olive beaten for the light.
Read that again.
And you shall command the children of Israel that they bring you pure oil olive beaten for the light.
Are you reading that backwards? Go ahead, read it again.
It says, and you shall command the children of Israel that they bring you pure oil olive beaten of the light.
Beaten of what?
For the light.
Beaten for the, what is it?
The light.
For the light. So it says beaten, this oil. Hold on, let me get it. 27.
This one says, oil of pressed olive for the light.
Yep, that's it. It says that oil olive beaten for light. So in the scripture, what is a Mashiach? The light. What do they do to him? They beat him, right? So we know that he was also the tree in the garden, right? So he's showing that the 5 virgins, they didn't have enough what?
Oil.
Oil, which is what? The light, which is who? Hamashiach. So they was walking in what?
Darkness.
Was walking in darkness. Let's get Psalms 119.
Telahim 119 and 105. Verse 105. Your word is a lamp unto my feet.
Your what?
Your word is a lamp unto my feet.
The 5 wise, they had what?
Lamps.
With what?
Oil.
That made what?
Light.
So he says right here, read that verse again.
Your word is a lamp unto my feet.
Your word is a lamp unto my feet. This is symbolizing walking. He told you if you're walking in the light, then you won't be walking in darkness and you won't stumble and fall. Read that one more time, Mark.
Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
And a light unto my path. He said your word. Let's get John 1 and 1.
Yehukanan, chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning was the word.
Was the what?
Was the word.
He said your word is a lamp. Now right here you call him the what?
In the beginning was the word.
In the beginning was the word. Read.
And the word was with Elohim.
And the word was with Elohim. So we see he's the word, the lamp, the light, the olive tree that was getting beaten. Let's go back to the Matthew 25 and 12.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 12. But he answered and said, Truly I say unto you, I know you not.
Truly I say unto you, I don't know you. I don't recognize you. Let's precept that. Matthew 7 and verse 23.
Matthew or Matthew chapter 7 and verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
I what?
I never knew you.
Why is that?
Depart from me, you that work iniquity.
You that do what?
Work iniquity.
This is why I don't know you. This is why you're going to tell them 5 ones, I don't know you. Because you work what?
Iniquity.
You work iniquity, which is what?
Sin.
Which is sin. Maccabees, what's that you always ask the people? What is sin? The transgression of the law. This is why he's telling you, get away from me, I don't know you. Because you work lawlessness or iniquity. So these people are walking in, again, right back to darkness. Because you're not keeping the law, which they keep teaching you that you don't need to keep. Even some Israelites is doing this stuff now. A lot of them. So get Psalms 104 and verse 35.
Psalms or Telahim 104 and verse 35. Let the sinners be consumed out of the earth.
Let them do what?
Let the sinners be consumed out of the earth.
Because these are the people that are what? Walking in darkness. These are the people that don't have the light. Read.
And let the wicked be no more. Blessed you, Yahuwah, O my soul. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. 1 John 3 and 4. What's the scripture?
What is sin?
What is sin?
You had to do it with his face. What is sin?
What is sin? 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever commits sin transgress also the law.
They do what?
Transgress also the law.
They transgress also the law. This is the reason why he's going to tell people to get away from me. I don't know you. You've been walking in darkness. Therefore, I don't know you. You don't have enough me. So when we read the thing about the 5 foolish and the 5 wise virgins, one of them had enough oil. They had enough of a Mashiach to make it through the night, to endure to the end till he got there. The other 5 didn't have enough oil or Hamashiach or light to make it through. Therefore, they're going to be cast into what? Outer darkness. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 30. Verse 3.
Ezekiel chapter 30 and verse 3. For the day is near, even the day of Yahuwah is near.
Even the day of Yahuwah is near. Read.
A cloudy day. It shall be the time of the heathen.
It shall be what?
The time of the heathen.
The time of the heathen. Joel chapter 2. Pick it up at verse 1.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow you the shofar in Zion, and sound an alarm in my Kodesh mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahuwah come, for it is near at hand.
It is what?
It is near at hand.
So he says, blow a trumpet. That should kind of tell you like when he coming back. When y'all think this mean? Blow you the trumpet. Right there is giving you a clue or a hint when it's coming back. Exactly. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
There you go again. A thick darkness. Read.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Yeah, excuse me. You got newer people, y'all. Let's slow it down just a little bit. So I'm trying to scriptures fast. Y'all moving a little fast.
Slow down, Trav.
I got you.
Just a little bit.
No, I got you. Real quick.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1.
After Colossians.
So you got people, he could come any day. He could come any day. No, he can't come any day. It's a pattern. It's a thing that's already been set. Everything is appointed for a certain time. So he can't come any day.
So it won't be tomorrow?
Nope.
What?
I can say that for certain.
What about next week?
Nope.
What?
Nope. Things got to take place. They got to line up.
Gotta show me that one.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 1.
Put your seatbelts on. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Master Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that you be not soon shaken in mind,
Go ahead.
or troubled, neither in ruach, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means.
By what?
By any means.
Let no man deceive you by any means. Read.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
We're in the midst of the falling away. Read.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that man of sin be revealed. Has he been revealed? So we know that this can't happen until what? The man of sin be revealed. So we got people talking about we in the sixth seal and all that stuff. Complete folly. Read that verse again.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
The who?
The son of perdition.
The son of destruction. Hold that. Matter of fact, give me Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. So it's things that's got to take place for him to come back. You just can't. He not just sitting there saying, it's too bad down there. I got to go now. I got to break it. No. Everything has an appointed time to take place. He can't jump the gun and say, I can't take it, Daddy. I'm going down there right now. Daniel 9 and 27.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease.
Who is this talking about? Read it again.
And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abomination.
And what?
The overspreading of abominations.
The overspreading of abominations. Read.
He shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
So this person is going to set something up. He's going to set something up in the end and deceive most people. But now I'm going to go back to this question. Does anybody want or need tribulation?
So I'm going to revamp that.
Right. Repent.
I saw a couple more hands, but still,
Right. A lot of people ain't saying that.
they still ain't sold on it, okay? All right. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 29.
Go ahead.
But if from thence you shall seek Yahuwah your Elohim, you shall find him.
You shall do what?
You shall find him.
You shall find him. Go ahead.
If you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul.
Go ahead.
When you are in tribulation.
When you are in what?
When you are in tribulation.
When you are in tribulation. Somebody look this word up in this storm for me. This tribulation right here. It says what? Narrow and tight. Keep that in mind. It's narrow and tight. tribulation, narrow and tight. All right, let's bring it to the quote-unquote New Test. Let's get on. Yeah, finish the verse out.
When you are in tribulation, and all these things are come upon you, even in the latter days.
Even in what days?
Even in the latter days.
Even in the latter days. So he just said something about narrow and tight. Keep it in mind. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. And he just said in the latter days.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
So this time, somebody get me that tribulation from the new. What does it say? It says what? Pressing. What else? Pressure. Keep reading. Suffering. And it should be two definitions to it. 23:46 and 23:47. Get the other one. Hold on. Zerb, you get it. Because I want the people out to be able to hear it as well.
One moment.
One moment. So the one from the old says something about narrow and tight. Let's see what this one says. Yep.
Tribulation. It says, that's the wrong word. Pressure, literally or figuratively, afflicted or affliction, anguish, burden, persecution, tribulation or trouble.
Jump down.
It says, this is G2346. It says, to crowd.
To do what?
To crowd.
To crowd. Yeah.
Literally or figuratively, to afflict. Narrow.
What is it?
Narrow.
Narrow. So it's the same thing the other one said something about narrow and tight. We're going to keep these in mind.
And the root to that says a path, a worn way, or a path.
Or what?
A path.
A path. Keep that in mind. Worn way, path, tight, narrow. Keep it in mind. John chapter 16, verse 33.
Yehukanan chapter 16. And verse
33.
Verse 33.
Go ahead, I'm good.
Verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation.
You shall have what?
Tribulation.
In the world you shall have tribulation. Is it on that?
Nope. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
He overcame the world. So if you're walking after a Mashiach, you got to do like him. Go through tribulation in order to get what? The crown of life. 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 4. First
Thessalonians chapter 3. Wait, let me see. And verse 4.
Yep.
Anybody there? Yeah. Bet. For truly, when we were with you, we told you before.
We did what?
We told you before.
We warned you. Read.
That we should suffer tribulation.
That you what?
That you should suffer tribulation.
Wow, they telling you right in the book. You got to go through tribulation. Read that again.
For truly, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation.
That we should suffer tribulation. Finish it.
Even as it has come to pass. And you know, for this cause, when I could no longer forbear.
We good right there.
Okay.
Give me James chapter 1. James chapter 1 and verse 2. Yep.
James chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy.
Do what?
Count it all joy.
Count it all joy. Read.
When you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith.
The what?
The trying of your faith.
The trying of your faith. Are you worthy? Are you worthy to get back, to stand before him? Go ahead.
Work patience.
Do what?
Worketh patience.
Worketh patience. We did a lesson on patience about a month or so ago. Jump down to verse 12.
Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Same verse we read. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Read.
But when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
So you got to go through temptation, tribulation, in order to receive what?
The crown of life.
The crown of life. Give me Romans chapter 5 and verse 3.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 3. And not only so, but we esteem in tribulation.
We do what?
We esteem in tribulation.
We esteem in tribulation. Read.
Knowing that tribulation worketh patience.
It does what?
It worketh patience.
Worketh patience. Acts chapter 14:22.
Acts chapter 14 in verse 22.
Acts 14:22. Go ahead, Art.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation.
Through what?
Through much tribulation.
A little bit.
Much tribulation.
Through much tribulation, we
enter into the kingdom of Elohim.
So you got to go through much tribulation in order to enter into the kingdom of Elohim. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 14. It's going to all make sense in a minute. Remember them things I told y'all to keep in mind.
Revelation 7.
Revelation chapter 7 and verse 14.
Hazon. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 14. And I said unto him, Sir, you know. And he said unto
Pick
me,
up at verse 13.
verse 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, which are these which are arrayed in white robes?
What are these? Who are these people that are arrayed in white robes? Read.
And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, you know. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation.
These are the people. If you go through the beginning of this chapter, it's talking about the 144,000 being sealed and the great multitude that no man could number. This is why he asks, what are they? Who are these people? Who are these people? And he says, you know these are the people that just came through great tribulation. These people right here, they made it through. Matthew 7 and verse 13. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13.
Matthew chapter 7, or Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter you in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that lead to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
So is many going to go into the wide way? Verse 14.
But straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
And what is the way?
Narrow tribulation.
Wow. But tribulation is the way. So if you don't go through the tribulation way, you don't get in. Does anybody want tribulation? Does anybody want it now? Because if you don't get it, you don't go in. But let's make sure it's the same thing. Somebody look this narrow word up for me. The narrow pressed way, the same exact word used for tribulation is used right here. So why they switch it? Because nobody wants temptation, because that's what this is really saying, because straight is the gate, and temptation or tribulation is the way which leadeth unto life. Few there be that finds it. Nobody don't want to go through tribulation. This is why so many people ain't going to find it. Because we don't know the book. But now we see, if you don't go through this tribulation, you don't get in. It's really that simple. So let's see if we confirm this with the Old Testament as well. Numbers chapter 22 and verse 26.
How you say that? Bamidbar?
Yep, Bamidbar.
Bamidbar.
Numbers 22 and verse 26.
Numbers chapter 22 and verse 26. And the Malachim of Yahuwah went further and stood in a narrow place.
He did what?
Stood in a narrow place.
He stood in a narrow place. Somebody just by chance look that up for me. Let's see if this is the same word. Just by, I just want to check and see. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm not, pulling this, making stuff up. Same word, right? So the old and the new show the same thing. This narrow means tribulation. And if you don't walk this narrow path or tribulation path, you don't get in. Let's go to the APOC.
Oh, let me finish the verse and then I'll go.
Go ahead.
It says, and the Malachim of Yahuwah went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left.
No way to turn. That's what he tell you with his laws. What my Akb brought out a couple weeks back. Torah means what? The way. It means to go straight. The other way means to do what? To go crooked. So if you go crooked or any way out of the way to the left hand or to the right hand, you don't make it. Let's get this joint up to APOC.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6. This is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field.
Upon what?
A broad field.
A broad field. You know we can't go to Broadway, but it's set in a broad field. Read.
It is full of all good things.
All what?
All good things.
All good things. It was a place in the beginning that was what? It had what? All good things.
The 7 in verse 7 right now.
Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow.
It's what?
Narrow.
It is narrow. Read.
And is set in a dangerous place.
In a dangerous place. So it's all types of danger that's going on around this place in order to get there. But it's every good thing there. Sound like a place we want to go to. Read.
To fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand.
Fire on the right hand.
And on the left, a deep water.
Deep water. So he drowned the earth the first time. Then he's going to burn it up the second time. Read.
And one only path between them both
is so narrow or tribulous that only one person can go at a time. Read.
Even between the fire and the water, so shall there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance?
How shall he receive the inheritance? Now you might ask, which is what a lot of people ask that don't have understanding. They say, why would he put us through all of this stuff? Why would he make you have to do this? Why? I ask questions for a reason and put stuff out. So I did this little thing, and I didn't even know I was going to be up this week. I asked a question about if there was somebody with a mansion with millions of rooms in this mansion, and every good thing that you could imagine was in this mansion, as long as it was righteous. Every food that you desire, GMO free, pork free, anything that you desire, as long as it's righteous, it's in this hotel or in this mansion. And the only thing that he asks you not to do is don't go in that room. That's the only thing. Don't go in that room. What happens when I tell you not to go in that room?
About 5 of us off the rip was like, man, what's in there?
I got to go and see what's in the room. I need to know. Why don't he want me to go in the room? There's something in there. Now you got all the luxuries and all the pleasures that you could ever imagine before you. All I ask you to do is don't go in the room. And somebody, in some kind of slick way, send one of the kids over there to do it. They don't know no better. He won't get them. He gonna kill the kid and you. And everybody else in there. So, Adam and Eve knew only what? The garden. Let's go back there. They only knew pleasure. Genesis chapter 3. My bad, chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. And I seen when I put this question out there, it really hit me. I seen a lot of people, even though they know this story about the Garden of Eden, they still would do it. They still would do it. I seen from the answers, people still would go in and risk it. I got to see what's in there. I got to see what he's hiding from me.
Well, what if he don't lock the door? I can just walk in there, right? Shouldn't he just lock the door so I can't go in?
Like Mark said, did he give them a heads up about the serpent? No, he didn't say nothing about the serpent. He simply told you, don't eat from it. That's all you need to know. I ain't got to tell you that as a slick talker gonna walk up here and with a three-piece suit on. No, I just told you, don't do it. Just that simple. Read.
Where we at?
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8.
Genesis, or Bereshit, chapter 2 and verse 8. And Yahuwah Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden. And there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Yahuwah to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight.
So we know Adam didn't have to do any work. It was planted for him, which we covered in the last lesson about did Adam break all the commandments. Read.
The tree of life also in the midst of the garden.
The tree of life in the midst of the garden. As long as you eat from this tree, you are immortal. Read.
And the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
The tree of knowledge of good and evil. Jump down to verse 16.
And Yahuwah Elohim commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may freely eat.
You can freely eat. Again, you can freely go in any room in this mansion. It's open to you. But that one right there, don't go in there. Read.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
But that room over there to the right, go ahead.
You shall not eat of it.
You shall not go in it. Read.
For in the day that you eat thereof.
For the day that you open that door. Read.
You shall surely die.
You're going to die. Point blank, period. He didn't twist it. He didn't make it complicated. He told you, the day that you do this, you're going to die. That's enough. That should be enough for you not to do it. But it's not. It's not. So, first off, what's wrong with this tree? What's wrong with the tree of good and evil? What's wrong with this tree? It's got what in it? It's got evil in it. It's got good and it's got evil in it. This tree is mixed. This tree is mixed. The Most High don't do that.
Why they don't like light-skinned kids?
Leviticus 19:19. Leviticus 19:19.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 19. You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your cattle gender with a diverse kind.
Don't let your cattle mix. Don't let these different types of animals breed and create something that I didn't make. Read.
You shall not sow your field with mingled seed.
With what?
Mingled seed.
You shall not sow your field with mingled seed. So when they take an orange and this type of fruit and they put it together and we say we got a orangerine or grape of whatever,
Grape apple.
apple grape or whatever,
A grapple.
grapefruit, exactly. They have did what he told you not to do. Purposely. Read that again.
You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your cattle gender with a diverse kind.
You shouldn't have no ligers. Read.
You shall not sow your field with mingled seed.
With mingled seed. Read.
Neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon you.
Directly. An animal and a plant. These two fabrics shouldn't be mixed. Directly. Linen and woolen. One is from an animal and one is from a plant. So he says these things are mixed. Now, there's some people over in the desert that did what to themselves? Mixed. Mingled and mixed themselves. That's another topic. Let's move on. Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 14.
Yeshayahu, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Because this tree has good and evil in it. Read. So if we follow the Mashiach, read.
Therefore, Yahuwah himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil.
To do what?
To refuse the evil.
To refuse the evil which Adam and Eve should have done. And he may know to refuse the evil, read,
and choose the good.
and choose the good, because they both are there. Since we didn't want it, paradise in the beginning, the way that he gave it, now you're going to have to go through great tribulation in order to get it. The problem is Satan fused these things together so closely that we can't tell evil from good no more. So everything around you is planted with evil and good. You got a dude like Farrakhan, right? He come out, yes, you are the children of Israel, and he tell you the truth in that part. And right after that, it's the same God, you should follow Allah. Wait a minute, hold on. You just, wait a minute, you just gave me the good and the evil. You just mixed them. I can't rock with you, bro. I can't rock with you. Because you just mixed the two trees. You just mixed it. And this is what's going on. All these people is coming out here, supposed to be giving you something good, but they mixing the evil in with it and hiding it. And we can't decipher between the two. So now when somebody righteous come to you, they think the righteous person is what? Evil. And the person that's bad, they think he good. So let's take the dope boy, right? He done sold crack to everybody. He got the whole hood cracked out. Somebody's mama. But every Thanksgiving, he pass out turkeys. Man, little Mike, man, that guy got a heart on him, man. You see that? He just said, man, he just spent $5,000 on turkeys, man. He gave out over 300 turkeys, bro. Who else doing something like that? Oh, but you forgot about him poisoning all them people with the crack. You forgot all about all that. So now we can't tell the difference between good and evil, because it's been fused to look all the same. That's why when we be watching a movie or something, we be rooting for the villain. Oh, I hope he get away. That's evil. That's evil. Let's see. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20.
Yeshayahu chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
That do what?
That call evil good.
Woe unto them that call evil good. They call all the prophets evil. They called Hamashiach evil. But they upheld the Pharisees. Read.
And do evil. That put darkness for light.
That do what?
That put darkness for light.
That put darkness for light. Hamashiach is the light, and if you follow him, you got light. Read.
And light for darkness.
And light for darkness. Read.
That put bitter for sweet.
That do what?
That put bitter for sweet.
That put bitter for sweet. Switching the things around. Read.
And sweet for bitter.
And sweet for bitter. Give me James chapter 3 and verse 10. So since this tree is mixed, it's hard to tell. It's hard to see that you're being suckered in, because the tree got both good and evil in it. Because if it was just all evil, you would know to run from it. You would know, oh, wait a minute. it's snakes and knives and guns in that tree, I'm not messing with it. But the tree got blunts, prostitutes, all types of sinful stuff in this tree. And it's got a Bible in the middle of it. So it's got good and evil in it.
Got to be good.
So we rejected the tree of life so we can mess with the tree of good and evil. Read that.
Out of the same mouth proceed blessings and cursing.
There shouldn't be no tree of good and evil, or you shouldn't have chose it. Read.
My brethren, these things are not so to be.
Go ahead.
Do a fountain send forth the same place, sweet water and bitter?
Sweet water and bitter? You shouldn't be in the same place. Read.
Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries? Either a vine, figs, so can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh.
Do what?
Yield salt water and fresh.
Salt water and fresh, but that's exactly what this tree puts out there. The choice between good and evil. So the reason why the Most High don't just take you and put you back in the garden because you won't appreciate it. You'll be just like Adam and Eve. You will not appreciate it. You will get in there and everything will be done for you, and you will be like, this was too easy. This was too easy. So you won't appreciate it. It's like one of them little memes say, women are supposed to be like butterflies, flapping around, beautiful and hard to catch, but you become like mosquitoes, annoying and easy to smash. It's too easy.
Good grief.
Because it's too easy.
I was blunt.
It's too easy for you. So if he don't take you through these things, you'll be just like Adam and Eve. You won't accept it. It won't be good enough for you. It'll be like, that's why when we get something, you say, I worked hard for this. I worked hard to get this. You're going to take care of them shoes, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to work to get it. It wasn't just given to you. You're going to appreciate it. But if people to put you back in there right now and give you the same stipulations that I told you about, don't go in that room. In a short time, somebody going to go in that room and start the whole cycle all over again. But when you work for it and you got to actually work and get through it, you're going to appreciate it when you get there. If you make it, you're going to appreciate it. Let's get Revelation chapter 12, verse 11.
Hazon chapter 12 and verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
They did what?
They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
Read.
And by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
Unto what?
Unto the death.
Unto the death. Jump down to verse 17.
Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
He was what?
He was wroth with the woman.
Why was he wroth with the woman or angry with this woman? Read.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
That do what?
Which keep the commandments.
That do what?
That keep the commandments.
So if you ain't keeping the commandments, he ain't mad at you. He don't want to persecute you. He don't want to put you through tribulation. He don't care about you. He going after who?
Those that keep the commandments.
Those that keep the commandments. He's only angry with you.
And have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach.
These two things go with each other. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, is because what?
There is no light in them.
There is no light in them. We already seen in the early part of this lesson, who's the light? Mashiach. The olive tree that was beaten. Revelations 14 and 12.
Hazon, or Revelations chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
He was what?
Here is the patience of the saints.
Again, we did a lesson on patience not that long ago. Read.
Here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim.
That do what?
That keep the commandments of Elohim.
And what else?
And the faith of Yahushua.
And the faith of Yahushua. HaMashiach. So these two things go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Let's go back.
You know, Old Testament cats ain't going through tribulation.
I feel for them cats. Let's go to Matthew 24.
Matik Yahu, chapter 24.
Pick it up at verse 24.
In verse 24. Matthew 24, 24. For there shall arise false Mashiach.
False who?
Mashiach.
False Mashiachs, read.
And false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
So, the thing that's going to come on this earth is going to be so deceptive that if it was possible, the very elect shall be deceived. So again, when people is out talking about blood moons and all of this stuff, and it don't line up, you're being deceived. So what happened in the book of Job when Job came to get at, when Satan came to get at Job? What happened in that?
Most I allowed Satan to tempt Job.
Right. And what he did a couple of miracles in there, right? What did he do? He rained fire from heaven, and he made a whirlwind come and blow the house down. So just because you see it storming or something, it don't necessarily mean the Most High did that. This is why it's called lying signs and wonders. It all gotta go coincide, because Satan is the prince of what?
Darkness.
Darkness, and what else? The air. Both of them, exactly. The prince of darkness and the prince of the air. So he got some power to mess with certain things.
For that fake snow.
Probably so. Alright. Read on.
Verse 25. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth.
Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. I think it's an old man in the desert calling people to the desert now. Well, that's something.
Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not.
Believe it not. Jump down to verse 30.
Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in Shamaim. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
They're going to do what?
All the tribes of the earth mourn.
They're going to mourn. Wow, why would they mourn? When a Mashiach comes back, you should be happy, right? But he said they mourn. Read.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of Shamaim with power and great esteem.
Power and what?
Great esteem.
Go ahead.
And he shall send his Malachim with a great sound of a trump.
With what?
A great sound of a trump.
With the great sound of a trumpet. That's again signaling to you to a time. Read.
And they shall gather together his elect.
They shall do what?
Gather together his elect.
They shall gather his elect. Can we think of another time when some angels went to get somebody? Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Went to get them right before the destruction came on Sodom and Gomorrah. He sent the angels to get them out. Read.
From the four winds, from one end of the Shamaim to another.
Read.
Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and put forth leaves, you know that the summer is near.
It is what?
Is near.
Go ahead.
So likewise, you, when you shall see all these things, know that it is near.
Know that it is what?
Know that it is near.
Know that it is near. Read.
Even at the door.
Even at the door. So this is how you will know when these things is about to take place. That man of sin is going to be out. He's going to come out. And that's when everything going to start. It won't start before that. So the next joint we're going to go into going to be about the 6 seals. And show you we ain't in the seals yet. So with that, say shalom. Shalom.
Hey, quick.